Work along with Sinéid Codd as she prepares the table.
Well, now that you've experienced the drawing yourself and you've had some fun, if you want to facilitate this activity with maybe somebody you live with or somebody you're working with in a care home, we set the table up in a fairly specific way. The first thing that would go into the table in front of somebody would be the piece of paper. You find that using good contrast between the paper and the material works very well, thinking about people's eyesight. Our first thing was the charcoal. So that would be our first setup. The paper first, and then everyone gets a piece of charcoal. You might want to talk about the charcoal with them. They might want to feel it and experience it before they start to make those marks. You might find that you want the activity to be a charcoal drawing. You know, you don't have to use all these materials. You could just start with charcoal, mark making, and then maybe looking at a flower and drawing with the charcoal. The next thing we do is introduce the flowers. So you can imagine there's maybe several people around the room sitting on tables, and maybe 2 or 3 people there, and make sure everybody can experience the flowers themselves. They might want to talk about them. It's quite nice to talk about them before you even make anything. And we talked before about feeling these natural forms, maybe talking about shapes, talking about colours. I think I'll choose this one actually, here. I can't remember what it's called, but I really like that funny wiggly shape. I think that might be fun. And they've got their flower, and then they've got their paper, and then on the table, maybe look for a range of colours that are going to be helpful for looking at that flower. Here's a purple, purpley purple. I've got a purpley pencil. I've got a green. I'm going to put 2 greens in there. You might want to mix things up. You don't need all of these materials. You could just stick with just the oil pastels or just the pencils. And then they would start their flower drawing.
And now you're ready to start.